If your body just jolted with excitement, or you feel a swirling energy around your heart, you're about to hear something that might send shockwaves through your system. You might not even realize how monumental that is. Maybe you've been trudging through doubts, wondering if you've made enough progress or if the universe somehow overlooked you. But the evidence is in, and it points one way. You did it. You have successfully surpassed a barrier that previously appeared insurmountable. Before we get into the 7 chapters about why this readiness is real and how you got here, accept this as your own proof that you've reached a new level of readiness that your old self could only dream of. Do something small that might seem insignificant but could change everything. Click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave the number 77 in the comments to send the universe a clear message that you accept this revelation. Then, get ready for what's next, because even a brief act of intention can have effects that go beyond what you can see. Trust me. Continue reading until the very end, particularly in Chapter 4, as it contains the most crucial concept in the entire message. You may not notice a big difference in your life right now, but deep down, small but important changes have aligned you with this new phase. You're not the same hesitant soul you were even a few months ago. You've logged the inner work, the lessons, and the silent battles that no one else saw. Now it's coming to a simple truth. You are ready. You did it. And the next stage of your journey is about to begin in ways that will change everything from your relationships to your daily mindset. It can be hard to see your progress when you're living it day to day, but the most important changes often come in the form of small, almost imperceptible shifts. The true indicators of progress are your ability to manage worry, bounce back from setbacks, and respond to negative news. How often have you noticed that things that used to make you anxious no longer bother you? These little changes add up over time to make you stronger and more capable than ever. When you reflect on challenging periods in your life, did negative thoughts or anger consume you? Now is the time to reset and find your way back to a place of balance and clarity. That's the power of inner growth. Even though the changes may not seem big, they are very important. They are taking you from a state of uncertainty to one of grounded trust. The times you thought you'd never get better are now a distant memory, and each time you get back up, it gets easier. Think about how far you've come. Maybe it was a tough conversation you handled with maturity, or a task you used to put off, but now do right away. The key to seeing your progress is to look at the times you felt overwhelmed, but now feel in charge. If you've been noticing these small changes, you're really making progress. Trust me, your readiness is real, and the transformation you've been working toward is happening. Doubt can be a stubborn companion, especially when you're on the edge of a breakthrough. It's easy to second-guess yourself and question what progress you've made is really as significant as it seems. Old thoughts and beliefs, those lingering voices of self-doubt, can try to creep in, making you wonder if you've truly changed. But here's the truth. You are not who you were. The person you were yesterday, a year ago, or even a month ago no longer defines who you are today. You've done the work. You've faced your fears, conquered your insecurities, and weathered storms that would have once broken you. Don't let those would have once broken you. Don't let those old doubts convince you that you haven't grown. Instead, look at how far you've come and how you've handled challenges with courage and resilience. No longer the one in control. You are. So when doubt arises, let it pass like a fleeting cloud, knowing it has no hold on you anymore. Remember, self-doubt is just a voice from your past, not a doubt is just a voice from your past, not a reflection of your present, a sense of self where you have developed a deeper sense of self-worth and cultivated the inner strength to rise above the negativity, that it's just a part of the process and that it's just your old self trying to hold on for dear life. Trust in the progress you've made and your own ability to keep growing. Growth doesn't happen in big, dramatic times. Daily actions such as rising early, maintaining a positive outlook amidst negativity, or showing support during challenging times cumulatively contribute to your personal growth. The small steps you take repeatedly build momentum and move you closer to your goals. When you take that small step forward, you're strengthening your resolve to grow. It's like working out a muscle. If you only do it once in a while, you won't notice much of a difference, but if you do it every day, you will see a huge difference. To achieve your goals, you don't need to take drastic steps. Instead, you should progress incrementally. Looking back at the small steps you've taken that have helped you grow is a powerful way to keep track of your progress. It could have been a positive affirmation that changed your attitude for the day, or a small decision that kept you on track. Over time, the accumulation of these moments leads to a life that surpasses your initial expectations. The key is to trust the process and know that even the smallest step counts toward the bigger journey ahead. May not work for you anymore. Journey ahead. It may not work for you anymore. Labels such as shyness, unluckiness, or inadequacy belong to a different era. It's time to let go of these labels. Were once a way to protect yourself or meet certain expectations, but they don't work anymore. Define your reality. When you let go of them, you make room for a new personality that shows how much you've grown. Intentionally changing your story is one of the best ways to prepare for the future. For example, if you've always thought you were too sensitive, think about how that sensitivity has helped you connect with others more deeply. If you've always thought you were unlucky, think about the times you've had setbacks, but turned them into chances to grow. Your past doesn't dictate your future, and the names that once seemed permanent now serve as mere reminders of a journey you've completed. When you let go of these old labels, you'll feel lighter. It's not always easy, and the old labels will try to come back, but every time you refuse to accept them, you strengthen. By refusing to accept these old labels, you are strengthening your readiness for something greater. Currently, neither the stories others have told you, nor the ones you've told yourself can limit you. It's time to step into your potential and limit you. You are ready for more, and it's time to step into that truth. Forgiving yourself is a key part of fully stepping into your readiness. We all have scars from mistakes, regrets, and decisions that didn't go the way we had hoped. But holding on to anger or guilt slows you down and keeps you from fully embracing the next part of your trip. You can only truly heal when you forgive yourself for both the things you've done and the things others have done to you. It means realizing that your mistakes don't define you, but how you rise above your mistakes don't define you, but how you rise above them does. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you agree with their mistakes or hurt. It means you let go of the emotional baggage that's holding you back and make space for growth, and make room for growth. When you forgive yourself, you free your heart from the past and let your soul grow into the fullness of who you're meant to become. Keep in mind that growth doesn't occur linearly, and sometimes we must experience failure in order to learn how to rise again. Forgiving yourself can be very healing. While it may not occur instantly, each time you release guilt, you take a step towards aligning your life with your genuine self. Be kind to yourself and let your heart heal. Forgiving yourself is a powerful act of self-love that not only clears your path, but also deepens your ability to love others. For an extended period, you might have been burdened by the expectations of others. Society, family, and friends all have ideas about what you should do or who you should be, but you don't have to live your life by anyone else's rules. This is your life, your journey, and your evolution. Letting go of other people's expectations doesn't mean you reject their love or advice. It means you stop letting their opinions hold you back. It's about living in your own truth and enjoying the freedom that comes with making decisions based on your own desires, not someone else's. When you let go of other people's expectations, you make room for your own dreams to grow. You're no longer limited by other people's approval or judgment, and you can make decisions with confidence, knowing that your choices are in line with your deepest values. You still may feel pressure to meet standards, but you have the strength to choose according to who you are. Letting go of other people's expectations isn't always easy, and you may feel guilty or afraid of disappointing them. But think about this. When you live authentically, you become an inspiration to others by embracing your true self. You demonstrate to others that letting go of imposed roles is acceptable. You show others that real success is living a life true to who you are. No one else's expectations can separate you from your own. Define you. The place where you live has a big impact on who you are and who you're becoming. If your surroundings are full of negative things or things that remind you of your past problems, even though it can be hard, you can change when you make a place that supports and nurtures your new way of thinking. This can be a physical space or an online space. Everything you let into your life has an effect. When you enter a welcoming, inspiring space, don't you feel more at ease? Your environment should reflect the person you're becoming. Start small. Rearrange your room, add plants, or clean up. These small changes can provide you with a sense of clarity and peace, enabling you to concentrate on your goals without distractions. Also, be deliberate about the people you let into your life. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, motivate and push you to do your best. There's more than just physical room that helps people grow. There's also mental and emotional space. It's time to make changes if you're around toxic people or see things online that make your old limiting views stronger. When you create a space that supports your growth, unfollow accounts that drain your energy or bring negativity into your life. This will help you feel free to breathe and move forward with a sense of purpose. You'll be surprised at how quickly your progress accelerates once you step into your readiness. The universe will react to your change in some way. You might begin to observe synchronicities, which are occurrences or encounters that align perfectly with your plans and objectives. These events aren't just happening by chance. They're signs that the changes happening inside you are reflecting in the outside world, in the form of chances that once seemed impossible. Reach out and easily find people who can help you show up at the right time, and ideas that fit with your next steps will seem to flow into your life. It's important to see these synchronicities as gifts. Maybe an old friend calls with a chance, or you read a book that gives you the exact insight you need at that very moment. These signs are not random. They are the universe's way of informing you that you are on the correct path. They're a cosmic confirmation that you're on track with your purpose and that the world is changing to support you. Trust these moments and remember that they aren't coincidences, but strong pushes toward your highest potential. Sometimes synchronicity can feel subtle. It could be a talk, a chance meeting, or even a thought that sparks a new idea. These seemingly insignificant details may initially appear insignificant, yet they hold the secret to your next move. Write down these synchronicities to help you see the patterns that are starting to show up in your life. With each one, your confidence grows, and you start to believe that the world is with you every step of the way. Serendipity or joyful accidents is a big part of the process of change. Accidental moments. If you're in the right place at the right time and are truly ready for the next part of your life, the universe has a funny way of opening doors you didn't even know were there. A seemingly random invitation to an event could lead to a fortuitous encounter with someone who can provide assistance precisely when you need it. It may seem like a coincidence at the time, but it's really not. If you want to get where you need to go, Don't be afraid to take these unplanned roads. Serendipity frequently occurs unexpectedly, yet upon reflection, you realize it was the crucial element that led you there. Stepping into situations that don't seem planned or intentional can lead to the deepest growth. If you believe in the flow of life, serendipity will connect you with your destiny in ways that logic can't explain. Being open and curious is one of the best ways to bring serendipity into your life. Don't overplan every moment. Instead, leave room for the unexpected. Trust that life will guide you even when you don't have all the answers. These serendipity moments often hold the answers to questions you didn't even know you were asking. When the unexpected presents itself, embrace it wholeheartedly and observe how it guides you towards your most advantageous prospects as you transition into this new stage of preparation. You can expect a few tests along the way. These small problems may seem like hurdles, but they're really just chances to show yourself that you've really grown, whether it's a money problem or something else. Whether it's a difficult conversation or an unforeseen issue, how you respond to these situations will determine the outcome. Decide if you want to keep going forward or fall back into old habits. There will be times when the universe sends you markers. The universe will send you markers to assess your readiness for the next step. It's important to see these problems not as failures, but as chances to grow. The tests have made you better every time. You've been through tougher situations before. Recall that these challenges are not problems to solve, but rather opportunities to showcase your newly acquired skills, knowledge, and strength. When you overcome them, you prove that you are ready to take on even bigger tasks. If you do well on these little tests, the world will open up to you in enjoyable new ways. Every problem you solve makes your base stronger and boosts your confidence. These tests serve as stepping stones, preparing you for the next step. When faced with a challenge, inhale deeply, have faith in your abilities, and recognize that you possess all the necessary resources for success. One of the great things about your readiness is that it gives you many options. As you become more in tune with your true self, you'll start to see a lot of opportunities arise. You might have been at a standstill, uncertain about your path, but now you have a plethora of exciting options to choose from. At first, it may feel overwhelming, but remember that having choices is a sign of growth and possibility. You are ready to choose instead of feeling stuck. Opt for paralysis. Trust your intuition to guide you towards the next step that feels right, and relish the freedom that follows. You should not pursue every opportunity or path. What's important is to listen to your heart and make choices that reflect the new you. Choosing with confidence means you're ready to follow your own path, regardless of others' opinions. Fear of not having enough. It shows how much you've grown as a person and how ready you are to start new pages without worrying about making the right choice. Pay attention to what gets you most excited. There are many chances in the world, and you can deal with them with grace and knowledge. You're exactly where you need to be because you're experiencing abundance. As you continue to grow and change, your relationships may change. Others may enter your life, drawn by the new energy you're radiating, while some may depart. This is normal. Your support system will change with you. The people who truly align with your new path will show up at the perfect time, and you'll move forward in ways that help each other grow. It's important to know that not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Some people may not be able to support the person you've become, which means it's time to let go of relationships that aren't helping you. On the other hand, you'll meet people who want to grow with you. These people will support you, push you, and walk with you in ways that make your journey even more meaningful. It's important to keep this circle of support growing. Find people who will support your growth, listen to you, and help you see your strengths. With the right people by your side, your journey will feel less lonely, more powerful, and much more fulfilling. Your group members reflect both your present and future selves. Personal growth doesn't always happen at the speed we want it to. There are times when it seems like nothing is happening and we get angry, but evolution isn't a game. Patience is an important part of real change. A seed doesn't rush to bloom, and neither should you. Trust that everything is happening at the right time, even if it doesn't seem that way at first. Your impatience comes from wanting to see the results of your hard work, but remember that the beauty of growth lies in the journey itself. Every day, you're establishing the foundation for something extraordinary, and although it may require some time for the results of your efforts to mature, each moment of patience brings you closer to the individual you're evolving into. Let your evolution happen at its own pace. There's magic in waiting, and your deepest insights will come in quieter moments. Being patient also helps you believe in yourself. It reminds you that you don't need all the answers right now. The way will show itself when the time is right, and your readiness will be the perfect spark for your next steps. As you continue your journey, remember that you are ready for the next step. Every experience, challenge, and victory has led you to this point. You've done the work, and now it's time to take a confident step into the future. Trust that the universe is on your side, and that your path is unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. The confidence you feel isn't just a feeling, it's a reflection of the strength, wisdom, and resilience you've built. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Instead, embrace it with open arms, knowing that you have everything you need to succeed. Nobody can tell you what your past is, and the future is full of endless options. The person you've become is more than prepared to face the challenges ahead, so boldly move forward, confident in your readiness for success. The world is waiting for you, and you're ready to make your mark. Self-compassion is one of the most important things you can do for yourself on your journey. It means being kind and understanding to yourself when you're struggling, failing, or making mistakes. We hold ourselves to very high standards, and when we fall short, we can be our own harshest critics. But real growth doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from accepting your humanity. Self-compassion means being able to forgive yourself, comfort yourself when you're sad, and accept your flaws with love. When you practice self-compassion, you start to break free from the circle of self-criticism. Instead of beating yourself up over what you didn't do, you now see mistakes as chances to learn and grow. You give yourself credit for the work you did and let yourself grow. Grace. Every mistake makes you better, and self-compassion strengthens you. Building blocks for faith and toughness. Giving up or settling for failure is not self-compassion. Self-compassion means accepting your flaws while still trying to get better. It means realizing that you deserve love and care no matter what. Self-compassion means being honest about how vulnerable you are and being kind to yourself as you would a close friend. When you do this, you give yourself the strength to get past your fears and doubts and realize that you deserve to succeed. Remember that no one is perfect and that everyone you look up to has had setbacks and problems. They didn't become successful by being hard on themselves. They grew because they learned to be kind and patient with their own growth. By practicing self-compassion, you free yourself to thrive without the pressure of unrealistic expectations. You feel free to live your true life because you know you deserve all the success that comes your way. Letting go of things, people, or beliefs that no longer serve you is one of the most powerful ways to transform. We often hold on to the past out of fear or comfort, even though we know it's time to move on, whether it's a bad relationship, a regret, or a fear that keeps us from moving forward. Letting go is a form of self-liberation. It's the choice to break free from the ties of the past and make room for a better, bigger future. It's not always simple to let go. It might feel like a violation or a loss, but it's important to keep in mind that every ending has the chance for a fresh start. Holding on to things that drain your energy prevents you from realizing your full potential. On the other hand, letting go of things that don't align with your true self creates space for new opportunities. Getting new relationships and experiences is part of letting go. Forgiving yourself and others and realizing you can only control the present means accepting that the past doesn't control you. Mastering the art of letting go will set you up for deeper levels of peace, joy, and fulfillment. The more you practice it, the lighter you'll feel, and you'll find the freedom that comes from living in the present moment, free from the weight of yesterday's mistakes or fears. This is where real growth happens. When you let go of what's holding you back and embrace what's ahead, you no longer define yourself by what you've lost, but by how wonderful the future looks. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of courage. And in that bravery, you'll find the strength to make your life reflect who you really are, free, strong, and ready for whatever comes next. No, limits are not walls that keep people out. Instead, they are the lines that keep your time, energy, and peace of mind safe. For your emotional and mental health, it's important to set healthy limits. Unset boundaries can lead to saying yes to things you don't want to, or letting others take more than they give. People-pleasing is an easy trap to fall into, but when you do, you reclaim your power and allow yourself to put your own needs first. Setting boundaries takes courage and self-awareness. You have to know your limits and be willing to be clear about them. It may feel awkward at first, especially if you've been saying yes to everyone else's needs for years. But remember that it's not about being selfish. It's about self-care and making sure you have the time and energy to give your best to everyone, including yourself. By setting limits, you show others that you value yourself and won't put up with behavior that makes you feel bad. Boundaries are beneficial because they keep relationships healthy. If you tell others what you need and what you can't do, they will respect you, and you won't have to deal with fights or anger that aren't necessary. Set limits. Build trust and respect in your relationships so they can grow in a healthier, more balanced way. Saying no to an extra job at work, taking time for yourself, or standing up for what you believe in can help achieve this. Setting limits is a sign of self-respect that lets you live your true life. Boundaries aren't fixed lines that keep people out. They're fluid and changeable as your life does. It gets easier to set boundaries, and when you take care of yourself, others will too. In the long run, healthy boundaries lead to stronger, more fulfilling relationships and a deeper connection with your true self. A growth mindset posits that you can enhance your skills, knowledge, and potential through hard work, learning, and persistence. Having this attitude changes how you deal with problems. Instead of seeing them as impossible problems, you start to see them as chances to grow. Thinking like a growth mindset changes how you see setbacks, making them into lessons you can learn from instead of failures. If you believe in the possibility of growth, you can achieve your maximum potential. When you have a growth mindset, you don't think, "I can't do this." You think, "I haven't learned how to do this yet." This perspective accepts that learning involves problems and progress at every stage. When you have a growth mindset, you believe that your potential is limitless and that you are always becoming a better version of yourself. Possessing a growth mindset is crucial for self-improvement as it enables you to approach challenges with a positive outlook, understanding that there is always room for improvement. You stop comparing yourself to others and instead focus on your own progress. Having a growth mindset means you don't see failure as the end, but as a way to get to the next level of success. This changes your attitude and makes you more resilient and determined. Developing a growth attitude requires maintaining an open mind and a genuine interest in learning. If you have a growth mindset, you can learn new things and get better at them all the time. You'll face new challenges with confidence because you'll know every experience, good or bad, is shaping you. Your potential is endless, and with the right mindset, you can do anything. Visualization is more than just a method. It's a powerful way to make your dreams come true. When you visualize your goals, you picture the future you want to see, and your subconscious mind starts to work on making that picture a reality. This method harnesses the power of your mind and facilitates clarity in defining your goals. Creating success. The clearer your vision, the more your mind and body will match it. Visualization is more than just imagining success. It's experiencing it in your mind before it happens by picturing yourself reaching your goals. As you train your mind to think that success is possible, you start to feel the positive emotions that come with reaching your goals. Pride, joy, and excitement motivate you to progress toward your goal. This emotional connection to your vision fuels your determination, making it easier to stay focused and motivated when problems come up. One of the most powerful things about visualization is that it can change the way your brain works. By visualizing your goals regularly, you strengthen the neural pathways that support your success. Your brain starts to see opportunities that match your vision, and you become more aware of how to achieve it. The more you visualize, the easier it is to do, and soon you'll feel like you're easily attracting the people and situations that help you move forward. Visualization can also help you get over doubts about yourself and fears of failing. When you keep picturing yourself succeeding, you start to believe in yourself and your skills. You start to trust the process and know that setbacks are only temporary roadblocks, not dead ends. Visualization is powerful because it can help you not only see your future, but also feel its energy right now. This makes your dreams more doable than ever. Creativity isn't just for artists and writers, it's a part of everyone. We are all born with the ability to think creatively, create, and generate new ideas. However, as we get older, society often discourages this free form of expression. To unlock your creativity, you need to let yourself explore, try, and fail without fear. Being creative isn't about being perfect. It's about the process of finding. The more you let this process happen, the more resourceful and innovative you become. Innovation thrives when you leave your comfort zone. Many of history's best ideas came from people who were brave enough to think outside the box and question the status quo. Innovation is coming up with new ways to solve problems, and it all starts with having a mindset that values doubt over certainty. To be creative, you need to be curious, question what you think you know, and stay open to new options. The more you push yourself, the more creative potential you find. When you use your imagination, you become more flexible and strong. You learn to see things in new ways, problems that people see as solutions. Failure doesn't scare you as much when you know that every loss is a chance to learn and grow. Being creative also brings happiness into your life. There is an overwhelming sense of satisfaction that comes from making something new, whether it's an idea, a project, or a work of art. To unleash your creativity, you must first quiet the voice inside your head that tells you your ideas aren't good enough. Allow yourself to try new things, make mistakes, and embrace the unknown. You will learn more about yourself and the world around you if you feed your artistic spirit. Creativity leads to innovation, and innovation leads to a rewarding, meaningful life. People often measure success based on their opinions, status of wealth. There's a lot of fame out there, but what if success is more personal than we think? Redefining success means making sure that your idea of success fits with your values and goals. It means asking yourself, What does success really mean to me? For some, it might mean being free to live your life as you really are. To redefine success, you break free from societal expectations and build a life that feels full of meaning and purpose. For others, it might mean making the world a better place. Before making a choice, you need to be clear on what's important to you and what your beliefs are. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind when you live your life in line with your values? You will understand what it means to be successful in a new way. Living true to yourself and your values is now more important than receiving praise. Redefining success also means enjoying the journey, not just the end goal.